Hey everyone, do you have lots of bits and pieces from 6x6 paper pads or even 12x12 paper that's just sitting all over your desk and just annoying you? So this happens to me all the time, and I traditionally make cards using white mats, and so that takes a bit of time to measure and make the cards and layer everything up. And today I decided I was going to grab some of these backing panels that I had left from a previous project and all the scraps that were on my desk, and I was going to create some really quick cards. So I've got a couple of tips for you. The trick is don't overthink it. Try and put things at slightly different angles and layer them up. I always have sentiments on hand, and these ones are my thank you sentiments from Lawn Fawn. These are part of the Magic Messages set, and I love them and use them constantly. And I then add them to a white card base so they've got a nice white border, so then the decorative part pops off the card. So a lot of the papers here are from a Paper Rose paper pack called Ocean Dance. It is one of the most surprising and gorgeous papers that I have used. It came in a bundle for me where I bought a mystery box on Black Friday, and so I didn't specifically choose it, and it has been one of the best surprises ever. So I'm just lining these up. You can see all the cards are quite different, and I figure if I put one big bold rectangle and then some strips down the left and then maybe layer up a couple of strips in the middle and the circle, I can balance out the card and make it look a little bit interesting. I'm not a huge fan of cards that have a whole ton of white space, and I also don't do loads and loads of layering. So for me, this worked out and was just that happy balance. I do think the white mats are probably normally my preference, and I'll do that most of the time. But in this instance, it just seemed like the contrast between the blue matting layer and the fact that each of the pattern papers that I chose for each card really did contrast with each other. I didn't need anything that was going to separate the different pattern papers on the card itself. The other thing I'll say is because this is double-sided paper, I tried to make sure that I use the side that is, I guess you'd call it the most interesting. So several of them have a pattern on one side and then maybe a gradient or something that's just a pretty plain color on the opposite. And so for this one here with the little ocean things that has like the starfish and the seahorses, where possible, I tried to use those facing up because they do add a whole lot of interest to what is a really simple card. You might notice on a couple of these cards that there is a thin white strip of paper. This is actually the cardstock that was left over from a previous project, and I've done another couple of videos where I used all those up in a couple of creative ways, and these were literally the last two final pieces. So I can now say all of those white 1/4 inch strips have all been used 100%. If you're interested in seeing the projects I created with those, I will put some links at the end of this video so you can watch them straight after this one. And I do have a question about that. Do you sit down and watch multiple YouTube videos at once? Or when a video comes through that catches your attention, do you just watch that and then move on with your day? I'm really curious. Maybe if you could put a comment down below and let me know, what's your YouTube video style? Do you sit down and binge, or do you just, watch one here and there and then go back to everything else that's going on in your day? Now I've moved on to attaching the circle sentiments. I absolutely love these. I honestly have 3 sets, and I do have a video on how to bulk make circle sentiments, which seems to have been pretty popular. So I will put a link to that at the end of the video as well as in the description below. I hope you enjoyed the video and you're having a great day. Bye.